43 in 2018, 51 in 2017, and 54 in 2016. In 2016, 54 was a year when gun violence in Chicago reached levels not seen since the 1990s. 2016 was a really bad year for Chicago. I mean, that goes down in history. Anybody who has been researching, studying the violence in Chicago knows 2016 stands out as one of the worst years. But 62, so right now, as of August, and it's probably been more since this was reported, but we have already surpassed the worst year of expressway shootings. So there's been a lot of conversations about what can be done, what's being done, who's responsible. And they're currently saying that they want to get more surveillance cameras out on the streets to hold people accountable. But there's civil rights people that's saying that that's exploitation, camera surveillance. And we've learned that camera surveillance does not necessarily work. It usually just brings more tickets and worry to people that's trying to do the right thing, but it is what it is. So they don't work. We've seen that. So now I will do my homework on what can be done. But for now, I believe that we need the data. We need the Illinois State Police or IDOT to keep us up to date on the facts and more state trooper presence on the freeway. There are specific laws on the freeway that should be followed, especially during times of heightened societal issues. We need state patrol cars' presence in these areas. The speed that people travel is dangerous, somewhat understandably so, because people may fear driving through the area because of the news reports on violence. But I do think that we need more of a presence for state troopers, and we need the data available. I know I went on to one of the websites, I believe it was IDOT, or the state, it was either the Illinois State Police or it may not have been IDOT, it was probably Illinois State Police. And in order to get data, I was going to have to submit a data form and be a particular type of organization, I believe. So I think that they need that data. And I think that will help. That will help people look at what happens, when, where, what area, and things like that. And I think that will help people come up with ideas, because this is something that we really need to focus on. I know there's a lot going on, but we need a plan, and we need something to be done because it's important. It doesn't just affect the city of Chicago; it affects the city and all of its surrounding areas. So we need to hold these organizations accountable. We need people to be more vocal about the issues. It's not normal. It's not something that we have to accept as a normal, and something should be done. So let's come up with a plan. Let's think about something. Let's brainstorm if you're interested. What could be done? If you have any ideas, hit me up at nia.andrews@gmail.com, nia.andrews@gmail.com. And I can see who's out there that we can work with, who we can partner with. I do have some connections in these areas, so we can brainstorm some ideas to see what we can do, because we need a plan. And charge it to the people that we pay. We pay taxes, right? Tax-paying citizens. We need them to do better. In so many areas. And I just want to say I give a special shout out to people that work in law enforcement and some of our state workers. I know it's a hard time, and we say a lot, and we want to hold you all accountable for a lot. But it's all in love. It's tough love. It's tough love. Sometimes you need tough love. Love is correcting. Love challenges you. So if you work in those fields, just know that it's not from hate, you know. Not from me. I say that, not from me. So the next topic is my main issue, and I always focus my main issue on a health. It's always health related, and I don't know if I fleshed this out completely for this conversation, but this one requires a deep breath. Take a deep breath because we talk about mental health issues all the time, but this one is related to suicide in Cook County. So, we had a story come out from The Trace, which is a nonprofit news organization covering gun violence. And it says that midway through 2020, Cook County is seeing an alarming rise in the number of suicides among black residents. The number of deaths already has matched all of last year and has this year on pace to be the worst in a decade. Okay? And as of July 24th, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office has recorded 57 deaths of black men, women, and children from suicide this year. That compares to 56, which was a 9-year low for all of 2019. And so since 2010, the average number has been 65 a year. This is so sad to 65, 56, and 57 so far this year. And also the number of suicides among black people under 30 midway through this year is nearly doubled. Under 30 has nearly doubled the average for the same 6-month period, going back to 2010, according to the medical examiner's data. The medical examiner also said that it's difficult to know the precise number of black suicides for a variety of reasons, and among whether what appeared to have been accidental drug overdoses actually were suicides. So differentiating the two from accidental drug overdose and suicides is something that I won't get into, but that is the worry, that they appear to be accidental drug overdoses, but they were actually suicides. And so this is why we talk about mental health, and this is why we try to make it become a conversation and not a stigma, because people are suffering. People in our community are suffering, and it's hard for a lot of people. You know, we do not take that lightly. So many of us are going through a lot of different changes and challenges in life, from jobs to finances to family to deaths, among many things. And we also have on top of that all of these issues in racism that we have to live with and deal with every day. Every day we have to live and deal with just the stressors of the disparities. And when we see a lot that's going on in the world, it seems like there's no way out of all of the issues that we are kind of forced to deal with. And being strong is not an option. I don't want to tell anyone that you have to be strong. But what we have to be is open to talk to someone, open to have conversations, open to let people in when we're hurting. And we talk about this all the time. You have to have someone that you trust, even if that is in therapy. You have to have people that you trust, that you're willing to share things with. And there are organizations out there that have hotlines, that different outlets, telehealth platforms, so that you, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling